Well, hello there, my lovely Taurus people. How we doing? Let's go ahead and get your mid-month reading knocked out. I'm not gonna lie, this was unplanned until I was doing Aries, and now I had an Ace of Swords moment during the Aries reading, and realized that I'm gonna make these mid-month readings reconcile or move on. That sounds like a good one. I don't know if I've ever seen any other readers do that. So that's what I think I'm going to do here. Just see how it works out. Just see how they play out. I think it's kind of fun experimenting with new kind of readings and shit. So anyway, anybody catching the playback to this reading, this video, if you would like to find out information on how to schedule a personal reading, along with all of the other social media platforms that you can follow me on, all that information is in the description under this video. Okay, to find the description, just look under the video. There should be a little drop down arrow you can click on, and it opens up the description where you can find information. I'm only explaining this because it seems like at least 5 times a day I have to explain this to somebody. So look in the description if you want to figure out how to schedule a personal reading, okay? Anyway, so what's good with my Taurus people? What's good with y'all, man? Y'all doing good? Appreciate y'all for showing up. Appreciate it. Oh, bam. King of Cups in the reverse. All right, well, let's get 6 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3 more. Going to get a general spread about the situation, I guess, for now. The reading is, will you reconcile or move on? Ooh, it looks like somebody wants to let their guard down, though, at least. Ooh, and there's the Tower in the reverse. Somebody wants to reconcile, but somebody, it's, let me see here. This is looking sketchy. It's looking just a little bit dicey, okay? Somebody wants to reconcile here, but the thing about it is, ooh, and look what just fell out. Could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with. But here's the thing, okay? The 9 of Cups reversed next to the Devil card. Y'all hear me talk about this all the time, man. Emotional codependence is what the foundation of this situation was built on, you know? Again, there's nothing wrong at all with being there for somebody and supporting them emotionally. Nothing wrong with that, dude. That's kind of what we do it for, right? But that's a privilege. There is not, I don't know who this message needs to go to. The Taurus, the cross watcher, or just the random person that stumbled in here and has no idea who the hell I am. No person on this planet can or should take on all of your emotions as their responsibility as something that they need to fix. Okay? There's a lot of people that struggle out there with that. A lot of people. Okay? A lot of people out there that get into relationships, they get with somebody, and they think that it's this person's responsibility to fix you. All day long, 24/7. And you notice what happens when situations like that, come afloat. It's just this cycle. The cycle of one person being empty and depressed and sad all the time and the other person can never satisfy them, right? Typically. It's really bad if both people into the relationship with that same mindset. It's really bad. But one, the other, or both of you, somebody here, that's what this foundation was built on. That's why it's so sketchy here, because I am kind of seeing that there is a very strong possibility for reconciliation here. And I think that makes you nervous as fuck, right? But I mean, you're still Taurus. You still do what you got to do, though. You're in King of Wands mode here. But kind of King of Cups reverse mode next to this 9 of Swords. Like, dude, this makes me so damn nervous. I don't really know if I trust you with how I feel. I don't know if I can come to you and tell you how I feel. I don't think I trust you because you're the type who will twist it around and use it against me. And I would really, really rather not fight with you, but I do sense a strong desire on both sides to not just reconcile, but reconcile and have it work, right? Know what I mean? Reconcile and actually make something of it. Well, this devil energy right here, I don't know. Star in the reverse could be an Aquarius that you're dealing with. I also have Pisces. With that Moon card and the Nine of Swords and the King of Wands, this indicates to me that 90% of how you feel about this entire situation, you're keeping it to yourself. You're suffering in silence. Well, what are we going to do about that right there? Let's look a little bit more about into the person that you're dealing with and see what they got going on. Person that Taurus is dealing with. Reconcile or move on. What do they want to do? How do they view this? Do they want to? If they do, is it possible? How much potential does it have? We shall see, hopefully. All that information comes out. Shebang bang. 3 of Cups in the reverse. 3 shuffles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Five of Pentacles overall. 7 of Wands, the Star in the upright. The Temperance. Hangman, Ace of Wands reverse in the heart of the spread. I don't know, man. They don't trust you. They don't trust you. Man, dude, they sure don't. They feel like you abandoned them. That's what I'm getting here. So the Ace of Wands reverse in the heart of the spread here. The heart of the spread, the Ace of Wands is in the reverse. And they got the 7 of Wands in the upright too. They do think about it. They do ponder it from time to time. But again, at the end of the day, I think when it all comes down to it, when the nitty gets gritty, if you was to really put this into a plan of action some way, somehow, they wouldn't trust it. They'd be very heavily guarded against you here. Very heavily guarded. 4 of Wands is in the reverse too. I kind of feel like, and again, I'm reading this from their perspective. So anything that I do say about you, whether it's true or not, doesn't matter. I'm reading it from their perspective, okay? So they feel like you're very greedy, selfish, and one-sided, and you don't give a shit about anybody but yourself, and they feel like you are the one who abandoned them. Whether that's true or not, doesn't matter, okay? Reading it from their perspective. That's how they feel. Damn, dog. Damn, dog. Well, shit. Well, pull your little freestyle spread to see what randomly comes out. Four of Cups. Man, that happened to Aries. Totally different deck, though, but... Ooh, look at it. Somebody does want to reconcile, but is afraid they'll be wasting their time. That feels right. I'm going to put that right there. Okay? 4 shuffles. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Boom-a-doom-boom. Man, the 10 of Swords, though, dude. 10 of Swords, though, and the 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. King of Pentacles, High Priestess reversed. Ooh, what's the High Priestess reversed for? Let's see what that's all about. This is telling me right here that the battle is just done. You just can't. And that's crazy for a Taurus. Good God almighty. It must be a hell of a fight you've been fighting. For you to back down and just not be able to fight it no more? God damn, what were you up against, Taurus? Aliens from outer space or some shit? Holy, woo. All right, well, what's that High Priestess reversed all about? What's that for? Seems like your intuition's trying to tell you something that you're ignoring. What's your intuition trying to tell you? Right above the 10 of Cups. I'm sorry, right under it. That's in the heart of the spread there, the Ace of Cups in the reverse. I see you're really, really, really battling back and forth as to whether or not you actually would be wasting your time if you tried to reconcile. There's a part of you that's telling you, yes, you still want to, yes, it's still possible, and then there's another part of you that's telling you, no, it's not. Now, which part is telling me the truth? First of all, which is my ego and which is my intuition? We all know that 9 times out of 10, the intuition is much more accurate than the ego. Not always. Sometimes the ego is just as accurate, but not very often. But which one's which? Which one's which? I think your intuition is trying to tell you that there's somebody else out there for you. But you see, here's how the intuition works, y'all. Here's how it works. I can't tell you, every single person individually, what your intuition is telling you versus what your ego is telling you. But I can give you a few ideas and a few hints. Okay, you know that part of you that in here speaks a language. And it thinks linearly. And it tries to figure things out mathematically and put puzzle pieces together and gather facts and data and come up with conclusions. And that is not your intuition. That is all ego right there. Now, when we say the word ego, again, for anybody new to my channel, that is one of my pet peeve words because I think it is highly misused and misunderstood in the spiritual community. Your ego is most certainly not fucking bad unless you do bad things with it. Okay? The goal is to get the ego and the intuition on the same page at the same time, working towards the same goals. Okay? Because if your ego was this bad thing, the spirit would not choose to come incarnate into ego form to experience this life in this dimension. Okay, you think your spirit's that fucking dumb? Come on now, think about what you're saying. Your ego is not bad unless you do bad things with it. Just like a pencil's not bad unless you choose to stab somebody in the ass cheek with it. Your kitchen knife is not bad unless you choose to cut somebody with it. Your ego is not bad. You need to get your intuition and your ego on the same page at the same time, working on the same goals. So your intuition is trying to tell you that there's somebody else out there for you, but the ego can't quite make sense of that. Because the ego only likes to do one thing, and that's control things. And in order to control something, you have to be able to make sense of it. In order to be able to make sense of it, you have to be able to gather the past facts and data and add them up together and be like, oh, okay, and make an analogy and say, I see how that would be possible. Well, there is no analogy relating to this right here that you've experienced in the past because it's something that's on a different frequency than you right now. See what I'm saying? So how do we tune into that? How do we tune into that? Because you know that we live in a quantum ocean of unlimited possibilities. If you can think it, it can make it. It's out there. How the fuck do we tune into it? How do we tune into that? That 10 of Cups card is out there for you if you want it. How do we tune into that? Boom! 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. One of the first things you need to do is understand that if you are not in the position to help somebody, it does not make you a bad person to make sure that you are first. Put yourself first before you do anything for anybody else. Make sure you are in good enough, or you're just fucking everything up. You're not doing yourself or anybody else any favors. Okay? Don't fall into that you're a bad person trap if you don't give every ounce of 10,000% of yourself just to get taken advantage of and shit on. Okay? That's why that happens. A lot of people, they get taken advantage of, they get fucked over, they get used. They don't understand why. The reason being is because you weren't in the position to help those people to begin with. It was none of your business to begin with. Okay? That's what the universe is trying to tell you. Some people come here to experience bad things. You think every being incarnates onto Earth to have rainbows and unicorn farts and sunshine and pink bunnies? Every single entity comes here to experience that? No, they don't. Some entities come here specifically to experience the horrible shit. It's just what the entity wants to experience. Okay, if you step in and you try to interject and they spit in your face, fucking let them play their game, dude. All right, let's get 6 shuffles. 1, 2, a 3, 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Boom, the Page of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Page of Wands. 5 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands in the reverse. Chariot, 3 of Cups, King of Wands. Okay. All right, so you're going to need to pick up the pace just a little bit. Just a little bit, Taurus. I know how y'all like to roll. Y'all like to roll at a very comfortable, consistent pace. And a lot of times, yes, it is pretty fucking slow. Not always, but you still like to play it safe. Play each step safe. That's an earth sign thing. I get it, okay? I got moon and rising in Virgo. I totally understand where you're coming from. However, you need to pick up the pace just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit, because there is somebody else out there for you, okay? In the meantime, you need to make sure that you got you. You got you. You do you, boo-boo, for now. For now. That doesn't mean go off and be this greedy asshole. It doesn't care about anybody. That means make sure you got you, or you won't be in any position to do anything for anybody else, okay? You can only give from what you have. Don't try to give love with an empty cup. See what I'm saying? Definitely don't let anybody mistake your kindness for weakness. Hail to the nah. Hail to the nah. And in the meantime, do the best you can to get out and enjoy yourself as much as possible, okay? Try to get out and have fun. Try to get out and have a good time. Don't sit in one spot and let yourself stagnate in your own toxic thoughts. Okay, we've all done that. I promise you, I should have plaques on my wall from doing that. You know, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to help anything. It makes things much, much, much worse. Okay. Pull a few more cards for you, then we're going to call it a day. Eh? Boom, the 8 of Wands in the reverse. All right, 4 shuffle. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. King of Cups, Chariot reversed again, 4 of Wands reversed again, and the Justice in the reverse. So the last bit of advice that we have for my Taurus people for this video is whatever situation you're dealing with, don't reconcile. There is somebody else out there for you. I wouldn't even open communication. If it's blocked, fine, cool, leave it that way. If it's not, you might want to think about it if they don't shut up and leave you alone. Make sure that you are responsible for your own emotions too, not just your own finances. Be sure that you're responsible and in check and in charge of your own emotional state. Okay? Cece, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate it. Do not try to bust down doors that get slammed shut in your face, Taurus. You and Aries, man, y'all are about that. And Capricorn. I'd have to say Aries, Taurus, and Capricorn are the ones who need to hear this. So if we got any of y'all in the house, okay? But this is for my Taurus people. So Taurus, definitely, when a door gets slammed shut in your face, walk away from it and find another door, okay? Or you'll very soon figure out why it was slammed shut in your face. You'll get in there and you'll find out why it was shut. And hey, you know what? Maybe that door doesn't need to be slammed shut permanently. You know, there's no blanket statement for this. If it's shut right now, okay, back off of it and go back to it later. See if it's open then. Okay, sometimes the shit that's going on in that room in there, the construction that's going down isn't done yet. See what I'm saying? So you might not be ready for it. Might not be ready for you. Also, work on making decisions more out of facts, logic, and reason and fairness than emotional bias. Is the last bit of advice that I have for you, okay? Oh, got a super chat here. What's that say? Passive Restraint Productions. This was so helpful. I work on compassion. I get it. I hope this helps you. Well, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you much. All right, y'all. Well, I do feel like the message y'all needed to hear has come through today. I hope it resonated for my Taurus people. If it didn't, that sucks. Check your moon rising in Venus. Okay? We will still see how things roll on throughout the rest of the month. You know how I do. Weekends, weeklies, midweeks, all that good shit. But I am going to go ahead and get out of here. I greatly appreciate everybody that tuned in with the likes, the comments, and the super chats, and all that good stuff in between. I'll see y'all later, all right? Have a good one.